Hey, it's Alexander Investment Insights. We are back with another video. Today I'm going to be going over the S&P 500 and what's going on in the news and how that might affect the market, and then also what happened today and then what type of news we got going on tomorrow, 30 minutes before the market opens. Or an hour before the market opens. So let's go over what happened today at first. Remember that resistance, support at 522.80? We go down to this 1 minute chart, we can see that resistance, that support held perfectly. It came down from opening, it hit that support right here, and then did not want to break that support, went up to about where it opened, right, and then came back down, and just before the market closed, around 30 minutes, 15 minutes before, it did come down to that support again at 522.75, and then it broke it, right? And now it's using it kind of as a resistance area. So we're going to update our levels here. And then right now we've been going down for the past 5 days. So does this mean we're going to turn bearish? I'm not going to say that right now. It's kind of in like a sideways area like it was back here before we turned super bearish around this area right here. This could be leading down to some lower prices because of the news that we've got going on, right? And a lot of other things. So first, I'm just going to update your levels, and then I'm going to kind of explain why I'm seeing these levels, which way we might be going in the future, and so on. All right, so go down to the daily chart here. I'm actually going to keep this. Now going to make this resistance around right here around 525. So that's our new resistance instead of 526. Watch for this tomorrow in case we get an update tomorrow. 525 resistance, and then I'm gonna move down support since we broke that support. I'm actually gonna move it down. I'm actually gonna delete this support, and then I'm just gonna keep one more support on here as well. So I'm gonna keep this support of 5, or we'll move this up right around here. Yeah, so 5. We'll go 518 or 5. Here we go. 519.50. 519.50s are going to be our new support. That's our new support, and then once again we have this resistance here of 525. So just watch for these two levels. Remember, we have been dipping down the past 5 days, but if we're going to see lower prices, then you're going to want to watch what the news comes out. Like, is there any more negative news coming out about the conflicts in Israel, Palestine? Is there going to continue to bombard Palestine, and will there be a lot more sales of U.S. equities because of that? Also, you're going to want to watch this headline: Donald Trump, if he gets found guilty, then that could bring down the market as well. So make sure you just watch the news and then watch these levels. There are some other levels that I could see on here, but for right now, these are the few that I see. I have the support here at 519.50 and resistance at 525. And so again, just watch these levels. There's another support right here down at this area that it hit today and then came up off of. So just watch these two levels, and then I'll give you a pretty good guess into where we're going to go. See, if this support gets broken, then we're bearish. We will see lower prices if this support gets broken, because there's not a lot of resistance until probably down here until 510, which we'll start seeing SPY slow down on the downside, right? So those are your two levels on SPY. Make sure you update those, right? We go here to the Nasdaq. See, it held support here today perfectly. It broke, but then it went back up to that support. See, opened up today, came down to that support, stuck with it, went up, came down to the support, broke it. Pretty much just like S&P 500 did. So I'm actually going to keep this on the Nasdaq. I want to see if it's going to hold this support. Because if it holds this support and goes back up, then that means, the overall market isn't wanting to go down at this moment. Maybe in the future a little bit, but not at this moment. So I'm going to keep this as support on NASDAQ. I'm actually going to move down the resistance. So now we have a resistance here at, let's see, I'll put it here at 18,700. So 18,700 is our new resistance. So make sure you're watching that level and see how price reacts off these two levels. Pretty simple, right? QQQ obviously breaking our support, so we're gonna have to get rid of this support, and then we're gonna keep this We're going to put this support here at 448.30. So that'll be our new support, 448.30 on QQQ. Make sure you watch that, right? And then we're going to keep this resistance here at 455, and we'll move this resistance that was here at the all-time high. So, and we'll make this 455.50. So 455.50, and those are your two new levels on QQQ. Make sure you're watching this. I really like to watch what the indexes do when I'm scalping. So we'll say we took a scalp on Microsoft this morning during our market open. You see these two levels. So this was our entry, and then this was our exit because we were getting puts. And I'll tell you why I took those where our levels to play. So you see here, right there, there was a support, right, that needed to be held if we wanted to, or break, and if we want to see lower prices. And then right here was obviously a low that correlated right here. So we have a target right here and an entry right here. And we go down, see it hit this entry, came up, and then confirmed that it wanted to break this intraday low. It broke the intraday low. We got in, and then it came from 420.75 down to 418 on the 1 minute chart. That's what it looks like. Nice bleeding candles after it crossed that entry and that intraday and that low, right, from that morning low, and it came right here. So believe it or not, this is 125% gains on scalps. My mentor got 125% gains. Me being a bit more cautious, I cut around 10 and I scaled out around 15. But that's just kind of see how SPY was moving around that time also. SPY was big confirmed down to the downside, right? It came up, met that morning high almost, and then boom, crashed down to the downside. So that's really how you could kind of correlate things also with SPY 500, and then how the market also reacts off that, right? Because boom, great play right there. Could have made 125% if you stick through that the whole way from entry to target, right? So those are our levels on the S&P 500 right there. I'll flash it for you one more time. Again, watch the news. Watch what's going on in the Middle East. Watch what's happening with Donald Trump. Also, tomorrow, in terms of economic data, we have 1 hour before the market opens, we have GDP month to month, and we also have core PCE price index month to month. Not sure that's going to affect the market greatly, but just make sure you know what time that releases so you can tell which way price is going after that economic data comes out, right? Good way to give you a sense of direction in the morning when you're scalping, right? So other than that, I'll give you a new level on SQQQ. You see how SQQQ runs the inverse of QQQ? So QQQ, see, went down today. We'll go to QQQ. QQQ dipped today, right? Dipped. SQQQ broke our resistance. So now we actually have to move our support on SQQQ. We'll put it here at 960. So 960 is our support. And then we have, actually, I'll put our support right here at 975. Because I am a little bit leaning towards that we might go bearish. This also might be some pullback for the rapid up movements we had here through May 1st to May 15th, the half a month of just straight up movements pretty much. So this is kind of expected, but once again, watch this support. And so this target got hit on SQQQ. Next target we really have, or resistance that we have, is right here at 1020. So watch for that tomorrow. If 1020 gets hit, then we might start hitting into lower ranges on the S&P 500, Nasdaq, and QQQ, right? So that's not what I wanted to do. Erase that. We'll go right here, 1020. 1020 resistance on SQQQ, the inverse of QQQ, and 795 on the support, right? So that's going to be it for this video. Once again, we have GDP month to month and core PCE price index month to month, 1 hour before the market opens. Watch your news on Donald Trump and whether he gets convicted or found guilty or not. That might bring down the S&P 500 if he does. I've heard that. I'm not quite sure if that's going to actually affect. I don't want to mislead people. Basically just keep your eye on price action. Price is what really matters. Where is price going? Is S&P 500 actually going down? Is it just retracing to the downside and then it's going to keep going up as it usually does? So once again, price, and yeah, keep your eyes on the news, and these are your levels. So other than that, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.